Hello, everyone, and good morning. It's 11:30 here in Dubai, and the 28th of September, 2023. I am Dana, the founder of Mompreneurs UAE community, and I have today a beautiful Arnobi, a mompreneur, who raised her hand and say, "I want to talk to the community. I have something valuable to share." Now, Arnobi is the co-founder of Digital Avengers. She is a mother of two, a girl 8 months old, right?
Yes.
And a boy 2.7 months, 2 years and 7 months old. And when I asked her, tell me something about you what others don't know, and you'll find it like unusual. I even used the word weird. And she said, I'm a box of weirdness. That was funny.
That's true.
And she said that she left a good job, a good life in US to come here and have her first baby, which is her company. So
Yep.
welcome, Arnobi.
Thank you so much, Dana, for giving me this opportunity to talk about digital marketing, which is my first passion, my first love. You've been really, really helpful in getting this done and going live with me. Thank you so much.
You are welcome. We are now live in how many platforms? We are on LinkedIn, we are on YouTube, we are on Facebook group. This is from Mompreneurs. What about from your side? Where are we going
So
live from this
we
side?
are live on both of our platforms of our company, Digital Avengers. So on Instagram as well as Facebook page.
Wow. Yes. Wow. That's a big one. That's a big one. Thank you. All right. So just a quick things. The topic of the day, we are talking about AI, right? I
Yes.
think everything these days is about AI,
Exactly,
right?
exactly.
So
The trending idea all over.
yeah. And what we had a different topic in mind before. And
Yeah.
when you said, Dana, I want to change. Tell me about that. What did you want to talk about? And what is how that changed?
Because when I spoke to you about the first topic, I wasn't getting too many, like it was actually from the last couple of weeks of experiences with talking to clients, talking to new contacts, where everyone started asking me, like, what do you have to say about AI being present and relevant for every part of marketing? So, what do you
Yeah.
have to say about that? What do you think is the future of a digital marketing agency when it comes to AI?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that kind of gave me the idea that I should be talking about this and kind of like, addressing the elephant in the room first,
Yeah.
rather than talking about deep diving into the nuances of digital marketing and other
Yeah.
aspects.
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful. All right, before we dive in there, I have a few things to say.
Sure.
Everyone who has a questions, please write it there. We're gonna see it in your comments. This is recorded, so if you cannot stay and watch it live, it's fine. You can see the recording after. What else to say? Yeah, we are here till 12 o'clock, so we are here for half an hour. We're gonna do it, and the topic is digital marketing and AI is what's the threat. And I wonder what is this is targeted towards digital marketing agencies or from other people who are not in digital marketing.
Actually, digital marketing is such an interesting platform. You don't really need to have a full-fledged big business to say that, digital marketing is relevant for me. You can be a personal brand, you can be a solopreneur, you can be someone who's thinking of becoming a SME, to someone who's an SME, and to someone who's like a big brand. This
Yeah.
entire range of people and experts, digital marketing is relevant. And when I say digital marketing is relevant, AI is also relevant.
Yeah. Yeah.
And even there is another aspect of people who are learning digital marketing
Yeah.
for their
Yeah.
own benefit or for the interest. Even
Yeah.
for them, this topic is really, really important and interesting.
Yeah. Great, great, wonderful, wonderful. You're talking about SME, and to clarify, it means smaller marketing, small and
Yes,
medium companies, right?
yes,
Right?
yes,
Okay, okay.
yes,
Because this business jargon for some people, for it's something new, and we it's good
yes.
to explain
Right,
that.
right,
Okay,
right.
someone wise said, I don't remember the name now, who said people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So
Yeah.
before you share here your knowledge, I want to tell me, why do you care so much? Why do you want our communities to be informed about this?
I'll tell you this, like in UAE, there are so much of opportunity that is there in terms of digital marketing There's so much that a person can do with their brand on the marketing space online, that I feel having the right knowledge would help them.
Mm.
That's the first thing. Second, I love digital marketing. 24/7 I can talk about it. It's my passion because I know how much it is my way of giving to the society, you can say, as my way of, like, giving my help to the society. When I
Yeah.
meet people, the only thing that I can give them is a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of assistance when it comes to setting up their digital marketing. I don't really do it with a personal intent of getting them on board with my company or anything. It's just because this is, I feel, is the future. This is where people are going to be thriving, people are going to be connecting. There's
Yeah.
a lot that people can get out of these platforms and this industry.
Yeah.
And hence I want to just spread it across.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, Arnobi, love to hear more about it because as a business coach, there is knowledge, there is experience, and there is a threat that yes, AI can take that over. And it's not only that I know, so that the whole world knows. So all the coaches, all the entrepreneurship, all the consultants will be there, and I will be outdated. I will be out of business. So I love to hear about that. But before I like to know more about you, where were you born?
So I was born in India, in the
Yes.
eastern part of India, which is a place called Calcutta.
Yeah.
And I studied there. I did my college there, but believe it or not, I'm actually certified dietitian. That's also another very different aspect from digital marketing. But then later I realized I have more interest in marketing. So I did my master's and I moved to Mumbai, that's the western part of India, to start my career in media, in advertising. And from there, I just flew to the East Coast because my husband also is into Hollywood movies. He was a visual effects supervisor for Hollywood movies.
Mhm.
So he was moved there, and then I continued a little bit in Mumbai, and then I moved as well. And then, yeah, I have been working as a creative director for multiple agencies. I have been working as, like, for agencies, like in terms of like ads and everything. And then I have seen the transition from mainstream advertising to digital marketing taking over, and actually big huge brands like Garnier, Pepsi actually giving importance to digital marketing more than their television commercials. So that's where I skewed myself. And at the age of, like, around when I was 30, I kind of, like, went back to college. I wanted to kind of study digital marketing before calling myself as a specialist. So I studied there. I did a couple of internships as well in Facebook and Google offices. It was also another weird part, like, being the oldest one doing it. But then after that, I realized, like, how it can be the best utilized for businesses, and also taking into consideration my experience when it comes to brand strategy and marketing. I
Yeah.
took all of them together, and that's where in my head Digital Avengers was born.
Mhm.
I started myself a little bit like a small way in LA as well, but then we decided that to move to Dubai. We understood the market over here. We understood the need for digital marketing, and it was a very new place for us as well. And that kind of, like, gave us a little bit of an adventure feeling.
Yeah.
So we just moved and we started.
Awesome. Awesome. That's thank you. Thank you for giving us the journey, for
Journey,
sharing
yeah.
the journey. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have listeners here, and I wonder if I have any questions for you, or just want to say hi. Please write it there in the comments. We'll be happy to hear from you.
Yeah, for
Now,
sure.
moving on. All right. So I was just sharing about AI and about business, how they can take my job. We also talk about, like, this is the digital media and how AI. So what do you want to tell us about it? Tell us what do you want
So,
to share?
first of all, I want to go back to the textbook as to what
Yes,
is AI. What's the classic definition of AI? It is
yes,
a simulation of human intelligence, hence, we call it artificial intelligence. It kind of, as of now, I don't know how it's going to be in the future, how it's going to take over, but as of now, as we speak in the present time, I can say it is still artificial. It still requires human to understand, judge what the AI is helping or assisting us into in terms of contribution is relevant for our space or not, or relevant to our requirement or not. So AI for me, I always say this to my team, is like a lion in a circus. If you don't have a good trainer, he might not behave the way you want it to behave.
Mm,
But if you have a fantastic experienced trainer, the lion would be the star of the show.
okay.
So that's where I feel having a specialist and expert and making use of AI to the fullest is an ideal situation for anybody, be it an agency, be it a single person who's like a business coach yourself, or be it for a client who's looking for an agency to help them in their marketing strategies.
All right. So if I understood correctly, you say that we, let me see if I got you correctly. Yeah. We use AI. It's like, someone gave it to us, like we eating with chopsticks, and now the fork was invented, and we still keep eating with the chopsticks, which,
Yes.
with all due respect, my husband still doesn't understand how people still with chopsticks. But yeah, anyway. Now tell me, Arnobi, is this true that what you meant to say? I got a bit derailed, my husband. Yeah, is it
No,
true
no.
to say that we uh, we use AI, but if it's used by a layman, like someone, for example, like me in AI, or if it's used by you, by someone with experience in digital marketing, the results are different. Is that correct?
Absolutely, absolutely. This is what I actually meant, Dana, is because AI, what happens is there are prompts in AI. You need to feed AI with the right kind of information. So if I have to spread it down, I would say in digital marketing sphere, we have three different aspects. One is organic, where we are not talking about ads, where we are not talking about like spending money in marketing and all of that, organic marketing. Then we have the ad spend, where there are two different kind of sectors. One is meta, that's where your Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp is, and then you have Google. These are the primary sectors. For any of the sectors, you do have AI helping us. But what happens is the prompts that we call it are very, very important. If you don't know what an expert prompt would be, AI would keep giving you basic knowledge. And there's a very interesting aspect of AI. What they do is they keep learning as you keep using it. So if you keep feeding basic knowledge to it, it will keep growing in that basic standard, and it's going to keep on giving you generic replies and responses. Vis-a-vis, when you have an expert, they know what a prompt to be given to kind of get like a customized response from AI, then automatically that becomes, and then you kind of use it at your discretion, whether that prompt, whatever you have put in, has given you the right result or not. That you can do. For
Yeah.
example, just to simplify, I'll tell you ChatGPT. That's the first AI platform I think everyone uses for writing captions at least.
My best friend. I call ChatGPT my best friend.
Yes.
I use it every day.
So there also, what's important is prompts. Like when we are using ChatGPT, we are also using it in our agency for writing captions. We cannot expect our social media team to be so creative with multiple brands all the time, and that's where our challenges have been taken care of by ChatGPT. Even for me, ChatGPT is my number one employee. But having said that, we have to be very careful as to what we add to it. Say, for example, we have a brand who wants to talk more like a Los Angeles beach language, but the brand sells a product which there is another brand who sells the same product, but their language is very sweet, Japanesey. If we put in on ChatGPT just saying that give me captions for Pokeballs, for example, they are going to give me generic answers. But if I put in the prompt saying give me captions for Pokeballs for this XYZ brand using Los Angeles slang that are used in 2023, Then ChatGPT would start giving you customized captions. And from there, you can actually, and then again, it's not that you can just copy paste. From there, you have to actually streamline the captions that are relevant for the brand, even after using the slangs that you want that brand to use. And that's how you use it, actually. So
Yeah.
that's where I'm saying how you use it, how you train it. And what we do is we keep on using it in a way that that brand, for that particular brand, ChatGPT keeps learning about it. So over a period of time, ChatGPT knows that, oh, when I'm talking about Pokeball, I am talking about a particular XYZ. I'm sorry, I'm not taking the name of the brand. I'm talking about a particular brand name, and I'm talking about a particular style of caption. So I'm not going to get anything generic. I'm not going to get anything basic.
Mm.
So Dana, for you, I would say if you are putting in like using ChatGPT, probably you can start making your prompts a little more customized. And let's like let me know if you're getting better results or not.
Yeah, ChatGPT, like you say, it's my best employee. I don't have any other employees. It's me and my ChatGPT now. And what I started telling them, I'm okay. Let me start from the beginning. Before, when I start writing an email, it will take me a long time to write an email. Why? Because English is not my first language. I say I'm not that good at writing. It takes me time. So for me to write an email was move. Now, what happened? ChatGPT, I start putting, like very basic draft. This is what I want to talk.
Just
And
the
I say,
thought. Yeah.
reframe it. And it came out beautiful. So I
Yeah.
was like, wow, that's great. And I start doing that. And then what I noticed, I thought about it is that, and reading other people messages, that they all sounded similar,
Yeah.
all sounded the same, beautifully written, but there was no that, that my Romanian wasn't getting out, the
Yes.
fact that I'm not the first time English. So people who read that and then heard me speaking would say like, no, these people are not the same.
Exactly.
So now I'm more cautious about that. And I'm trying as much as I can to do my own writing. I can start with ChatGPT and then rephrase it, reframe it to sound like me, or
Yeah.
start it. Maybe it taught me how to write better because earlier this morning I read a long email and it was took me very short time. It was all me, and yeah, I maybe I improved. I just wanted to share that.
Yeah,
That
that's exactly what I mean. You need to
yeah,
still kind of have that human interaction to customize it and make it more personal and relevant.
yeah, yeah.
Otherwise, it's going to keep giving you generic prompts.
Yeah. Yeah. So now I want to tell you about people like women who just started their business. They try to do everything by themselves. They have the time, they want to learn, so they do everything by themselves. This is how we are. I noticed that in me, and I think there are many like me. Agree?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
am the yeah.
Yeah, agrees. The one who listen, is it agree? Do you agree? You try to do anything on your own, and what happens after a while? That you start realizing that it's more than what you thought it is, and you also raise the bar for what you want to achieve. Maybe what was at the beginning was acceptable but later is not. You want to do it better,
Yes,
and this is when you start hiring a professional, an expert.
yes, yes,
Yes. So I can, try with prompts. I can do my chat GPT, but when I'm ready, when I have something with a higher stake, something like having a very important campaign, then I will just give it to someone and say, hey, you do it. And I just step back. Is that correct?
yes, absolutely. I'll. What happens is everything I feel like you rightly said, when you start a business, you want to learn, you want to wear those multiple hats, and that's what the journey is all about. But then comes a point where you want to grow, and when you want to grow, a team can only help you grow.
Mm.
A collection of people can only help you grow. So to add to that, actually, this is still basically the DNA of our company. If you see our domain and if you see our company's name, it's technically Digital Avengers team. And why we created the name Avengers, it has got nothing to do with the movies. It's all about the idea that I wanted my team members to be individually experts in their own field, coming together to avenge marketing problems for brands. It's not a platform where I want to get glorified or my husband Abhijit wants to get glorified as, like, the main people.
Mhm.
It's all about my Digital Avengers team who's doing things collectively, who is also learning in their process.
Yeah.
So that's where I have also learned that this idea, this way of sharing responsibilities, this way of bringing in more people who's sharing the passion that you have for your goal or for your business is very important. Aligning them to your passion is very important, and once you have done that, then just let the experts do their stuff.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Very, very interesting. So yeah, so your husband is the co-founder of the company, right?
Yes, yep.
Ah, that's cool. All
Yeah.
right. What else do you want to tell us about AI and digital marketing?
So another thing I keep on like noticing is that for content creation, what happens is we have a lot of these AI platforms where even in 10 minutes you can get your monthly content done, you can get your content strategies done. But there is kind of like, I would actually use this word, like it's a cannibalizing effect. Like AI itself is actually killing that entire strategy. Because on one side you have a AI who's helping you create content in this way, and on the other side, there's Meta's AI, the algorithm, who identifies that these content is not very niche specific, and that there is something which is really, really trending and picking up is UGC content, which is called user generated content. When I say user generated content, it means not, what we mean by influencers, not influencers, but regular people using that brand. That particular content cannot be created by AI. So, beautiful content that is created by AI might lessen your time of content creation, and even commercially can be a lot more feasible. But then, when you post that on your Instagram profile, that required engagement and that required return, you won't get it. Hence, we have to be very mindful that which particular, like, that's where the algorithm AI is not helping the other content creation AI.
Mm.
So what we can do is probably out of like 15 content for the month, if we create 10 with the AI, and then we create the remaining 10 or 12 as many with UGC, where you bring in emotion, where you bring in the real human interaction with your brand, that would be the right strategy to go forward. Because there was a time when grid look, there was a time when organically those things were like really, really important, and people were really like looking forward to it. Even Instagram was actually pushing those kind of accounts a lot. But now the trend is completely on UGC, the trend is completely on emotions, the trend is completely how genuine you are, how authentic you are, and that cannot be fulfilled by an AI.
Wow.
That is actually the organic part. Then I will quickly just dabble through the ads part as well. On ads, there was a time when we had to literally like search for audiences, and we had to go through trial and errors to understand whether we are targeting the right people or not, or at some point sometimes we need to wait for the clients to respond and tell us that whether their sales are getting the right kind of leads or not. But now that thing has been reduced. Time has been reduced thanks to the AI inclusion in these platforms. So you have AI that is helping us in Meta, you have AI helping us in Google. But even those platforms, what they need is manual running of the ads successfully, with conversions happening manually in the initial phase of the profile, so that AI starts giving you better results. And
Tell
for
me
that
more.
success, so for
Yeah.
that success, you need strategy which is done by a human being. I would say like human being, and I'm kind of like doing it this way, like human being and AI computer. So human beings has to be like manually targeting it to the markets. Human being has to do the strategy, find the right keywords, find the right content, and all of those other aspects of it. Then let AI do their job. If you are not successfully doing the manual part, you cannot expect AI to be giving you the desired result. It's not like a template. It isn't like you start the Google Ads account or a Meta account, you put everything on the AI version, like the advantage audience and advantage placement ads, and you're going to get the results. It will only give you the results as per what your previous history has been. If your previous history is great, you would get it. If your previous history is not as you desired it to be, then you might not. So there is a way of using these AI inclusions that has happened in all these multiple ad platforms.
Wow, it's okay, okay. I just it's so much information
Yeah,
kind of
I know.
in my
That's why I
mind. It's
stopped because
like
it's a lot to take in.
it's yeah, it's just giving you, hey, here's AI, you can use it, and they, oh, you use AI, not good. Is this happening, right? Kind of like giving
Exactly,
you the tool,
exactly.
but they say punish you for using the tool.
Exactly. That's where we are. That's, I feel like, I hope a time would come in the future where things are going to be a lot more advanced. But then, having said that, I don't even really deny the fact that AI is helping us. But I would just say the thing that we need to know how to use it properly. And that's where the experts are still relevant, the agencies are still relevant, people who knows marketing is still relevant, and that's,
Yeah,
and the research, for that
yeah,
matter. Research is very important still. I would say, I feel like, on a personal note, I feel like I've gone back 5 years, where we used to think of content being king. We were all already, like, always focused on UGC. We were always focused on emotions. In between, there was a time when Meta and Google had advanced themselves so much that targeting and everything was very, very technically oriented. But now we have gone back to the the old phase, where content has become very important. What you put in, like, AI would serve, which will find you. Say, for example, AI is going to find you the right person, but what you tell that right person is very important. It's like the wingman. With the wingman might set you up with the right blind date to, find you the soulmate. But what you tell that soulmate on your first date is very important. It can make or break the situation.
yeah, yeah. Wow,
So
very
yeah,
interesting. Thank you, Arnobi. We have 3 more minutes to go.
yeah.
If people want to find you, where do they find you, Arnobi? How they can get in touch?
Uh, they can find me on. I can give you my WhatsApp number. Actually, can I write it on the chat, or
I
how?
rather not, because this will gonna go to to public spaces.
So I
So
can give my
you can maybe
Instagram.
email address or Instagram. Yeah, Instagram.
Yeah. So should I write it somewhere, like on the
Yeah, it's
private
okay.
chat?
You can write it. I mean, I'm not sure you can write here in the comment. I can write. Can you post a comment
Yes.
there? You can post in the comments now or your
Okay, sure.
website.
Yeah. So I will give my email ID,
Yeah.
venturesteam.com. Yes. Did you get it?
Did you put it? Yes, info. Yes, we
Yeah.
see it. Yep,
Yeah.
we see it.
Yeah.
So this is what we can get a hold of you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Was very, very helpful, Arnobi. Thank you very much. Now I learned. So what I me for me, what I take away, others, I'm sure there are so many ways to say how now creating content is no longer the algorithm, right? Which I say the algorithm is not as powerful as before, as is now is the content of what you put, how
Yes.
human it is, how
Absolutely.
original and it is because AI can read through it and recognize its own thinking, its
Yeah.
own language.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
That's exactly what the summary would be.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Great. Thank you. Thank you very much, Arnobi, and thank you everyone who listened. This is gonna be posted into uh, on the guides in the guides, so you're gonna see it there where all our lives are. And next week we have another live at the same time, and the topic will be shared later. If you are a member of Mompreneurs UAE and you think that you have something to share, like Arnobi here shared with us, something interesting for our community, please send me an email to dana@danaelenam.com and we'll arrange it for you as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dana, and I hope this conversation continues. We can stay in touch, and if anyone wants to come in touch with me to know more or just connect, I'm happy to do that. I always love meeting new people.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.